Welcome back to the Driveway Beers podcast with Mike and Alex. As always, we appreciate you listening. Please rate us on all the podcast platforms. Like, subscribe, comment, share wherever else you're listening, and enjoy the show. All right, welcome back to another episode. We appreciate you coming back. As always, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. We want to thank Adam Chubbuck with Douglas Realty in Pasadena, Maryland. Team Alpha Charlie. His website is tacmd.com. That's TACMD.com. You definitely want to go talk to Adam right now, especially if you're in the real estate market. He has some really good connections. We've always said this when we're talking about Adam. It's not always about just having Adam, the real estate agent. It's also about having Adam, the guy that has connections to other people that you may need. For example, he has really good connections in the mortgage industry. And right now with mortgage rates that are high, you need a mortgage lender that is pretty well versed in how to get you the best rate possible. So by going with Adam, you get his connections in the industry as well. So go to tacmd.com. That's TACMD.com and set up your appointment with Adam today. Okay. So we've kind of been not great at the teasers because we teased the weight loss updates, I want to say 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, we did.
And we didn't do it 2 episodes ago. We didn't do it in the last episode. So we're sticking to our guns. We are going to do it this episode. We're not going to tease it. It's not at the end of the episode. We're going to start right into it. Mike's got some updates. I've got some. And then we'll just probably go from there. So this is probably the worst segue I've ever thrown your way. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to remember what I said, where I was in the process last time. I know I was post-op. I think we touched a little bit on like the amount of weight I had lost so far. But so I use my start date. So anyone who's ever considered bariatric surgery or is on any groups, you'll see people that like when they post something or when they're talking about it, they'll say HW, which is heaviest weight, SW surgery weight, and then CW current. So I used my heaviest weight from when I started, which is when I started the pre-op diet, which was 447 pounds. And I've since, and that was 9 weeks ago. So I am now down 69 pounds from, 68.
69 was better.
Yeah.
69, dude.
Yeah. 68 pounds from my heaviest. So this morning when I weighed myself, I was at 379. So I broke the 380 mark.
Broke the 380s.
Yeah. I was hoping to see lower. I was a bit bummed because it was a 2-pound drop over the week. Now a lot of people would be.
Hey, how many weeks ago was this?
What?
The surgery.
9.
So you've dropped 68 pounds in 9 weeks.
Yes.
And that bothers you?
No. That doesn't bother me. My meager 2-pound loss bothers me.
Oh, you're just saying last week?
Yeah. Okay. So when I weighed myself this morning, I was only down 2 pounds from where I was before. So that was, but then my wife's like, seriously, dude?
Right, yeah. You need to slow your upsetness.
But, the thing is, like, it can be, because you're not, the whole thing with the procedure, if you look at it as a fix, you're just going to gain weight back eventually. You have to look at it as a tool, but you still have to use the tool correctly. So I'm still, really conscious about what I eat. I can only eat small amounts at a time. Mm-hmm. So I usually eat 4 meals a day. I don't forget what phase I was diet-wise the last time we talked about it, but right immediately post-op, you're on a clear fluids diet, then you go to shakes, then you go to soft food, then you go to reintroduction of actual real foods. So it's crazy. When I was on week 2 of shakes or of soft food, all I wanted to eat a vegetable because there's no vegetables in it because everything's still healing down there, and vegetables can be tough to digest. So first vegetable I ate was a cucumber. So I made myself a Greek cucumber salad. and it was delicious. But when I ate it, I was like, oh wow, that's it didn't hurt, but it filled me up quick.
Right.
So, but it's been I've noticed a difference in all kinds of things, like my clothes, my belt's on its last notch. I have to drill more holes in it. Clothes fit better. Even simple things like bending over to tie my shoes. Like before, I'd bend over and I'd have to like tie one and then catch my breath, like come up for air, and then now I just put my shoes. I'm like, oh wow, this like putting my seatbelt on in the car is easier. Like I just reach across, and most people if they're driving, they'll reach across with their right hand. Well, I couldn't reach the seatbelt because I'm broad anyway, but now I can reach across and just grab it off the B pillar and click it with no problem, with no issues. So getting it out of cars is easier. My knees don't hurt anymore. My back doesn't hurt. And it's funny because I was thinking, man, this is great. Like, how was it? But then when you think about it, it's like, yeah, pick up 70 pounds of stuff and just carry it around with you all day.
Right.
And see how, you're going to get winded running up the steps if you do that. So definitely big changes and positive stuff too. It's not, I wish I'd done it 15 years ago. So
it was an interesting so my wife hadn't seen you in a while, I don't think. So we saw you last night though. Mm-hmm. And as you were walking, Sherry was like, you could definitely tell Mike lost weight because basically she was like, he's not as round.
Yeah.
Like he's more square.
Yeah.
And so it was a noticeable difference to people who haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
It was funny you mentioned about the food though. So basically eating small meals throughout the day. I was talking with my brother who also had the surgery. I was talking to him today. He was up with my niece and we met a grandniece.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
My nephew and his wife, they had a baby about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. So we met the grandniece.
Okay.
But I was asking him because he said, he mentioned he had a little bit of rebound weight, but he's still down. I think it was close to 90 pounds.
Yeah.
And so he's a lot smaller than he used to be. He's now more in a plateau, but he was like, the one thing I wish I would have done was I wish I would have gotten off the small meals quicker and just gone to lesser number of meals per day, because I guess now he's just accustomed to eating throughout the day, so he does rather than eating at certain times of the day and just being like he's eating when he's not hungry, because that's when his body says it's time to eat. So he thinks he would have lost more weight if he had changed that eating pattern when it was time to change the eating pattern. But I'm trying to remember. I think he did his about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And he still kept it all off. Like, a lot of it's gone. He's got a little bit. When I say rebound weight, I'm talking like maybe 10, 15 pounds. Like, it's not horrible, right?
Yeah.
I think he's still down 85.
Yeah.
Which is still great.
No, that's great. Yeah, because, and I think with the small meals, the reason they want you to do the small meals is so you get your protein in, because the capacity of your stomach is only so much.
Yeah.
I have trouble getting them all in.
So how many grams of protein are you supposed to get? Do they give you a number to hit, or are you just supposed to eat as much protein as possible?
Well, the focus is protein.
Right.
I think it's 150 grams.
Okay. So I sent you a picture of that shake that the wife and I are doing.
Yeah.
And the only reason why, because for us it's been difficult to eat. And so what we've been doing is putting the shake into the coffee in the morning as the cream, basically. Yeah. And so we can get about half a can in, and then we just drink the rest of it just because it's quick and done.
Yep.
But it's 30 grams of protein right there.
Yeah.
So like you're kind of like, and this is where I'm almost at the point where I'm not hungry in the morning. Therefore, I'm just drinking, I'm drinking my coffee in the morning. I'm literally putting the shake in because I need protein, right? I'm not really hungry in the afternoon though, because I am getting calories in the morning through the shake, even if the coffee's not that much. But I'm eating because I'm kind of in that boat where what my brother was saying. It's time to eat. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm a little bit hungry at that time. But then I'm thinking to myself, why don't I just drink another shake?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't want to eat food, like, it's weird how much the brain has, like, my brain has changed in, I don't just want to eat all the time. And there are sometimes I don't want to eat, but then I run into a problem of low blood sugar. Mm-hmm. Because I haven't eaten. And it's like, okay, so by, like, if I haven't eaten until, like, 3:30, 4 o'clock, I start to get, like, little jittery, right? And that's low blood sugar. It's what it is. So I'm thinking maybe if I don't really want to eat food, maybe I should just drink the shake.
Well, the shakes for me, and I'm out of protein powder, which is killing me right now, but the shakes have been really a lifesaver for me because, like, so I'm good with my bread. I usually, pretty much every morning, I eat 3 scrambled eggs. For sometimes I'll fry eggs, but it's 3 eggs. And then the next, so then I'll take, like, my lunch is like a can of tuna, like tuna salad, no bread, just a can of tuna salad, like, 4 ounces of tuna salad, and I'm good after that.
Plain tuna is pretty good. Out of the can, I actually kind of dig it.
Yeah,
so.
I put mayo on it and Old Bay.
I do both.
Yeah,
I don't do the Old Bay. I'll do mayo, or I won't do mayo.
Mm-hmm. Some people use mustard.
I do dig. All right, so if I'm going the full tuna salad, I do mayo and mustard.
Okay,
I do both in there. It does add a little.
Yeah,
it adds a little something.
Some people use mustard only.
Yeah, no, I'm not down with that.
I've done it. It's not bad. So, but
I haven't tried it. Yeah, maybe I should.
I need to revisit it. It's been a while. But my roommate in college is a big meathead, and he would eat chunk light tuna out of the can, and he'd squeeze mustard on it and just mix it up. It looked like baby shit, but I mean, he would just house it. Oh, protein, bro.
It's good.
And I probably mentioned it before. My roommates in college was essentially the cast of the Jersey Shore. Mm-hmm. They were all New York, New Jersey meatheads. But
sounds like who I went to.
Yeah. So, but that's my lunch. It's just a can of tuna, and then so it says to eat every 4 hours.
Right.
So 7, 11, 3. The 3 o'clock problem is that I'm usually in the car.
Right.
So
what
then
if you skipped it though?
So usually when I have protein powder, I'll skip it, and then when I get home, I'll make a protein shake. Because usually when I get home in the afternoon, it's turn and burn. It's get this kid to this practice or this or that. So then dinner gets pushed off to a little bit later, but the protein holds. So then I'll eat. If the kids if the wife takes the kids to Chick-fil-A, I'll say, hey, just get me some of the grilled nuggets, which aren't terrible. They're decent.
Grilled nuggets, and you can do the grilled chicken breast sandwich.
And
substitute the roll for lettuce wrap.
Okay.
You can do that in the app.
Oh.
In the Chick-fil-A app.
Cool.
So you can, if you're just going through the drive-thru, pick up your to-go order, you can make that change in the app.
Yep.
And then I may do, like, extra pickles because I dig the pickles. and so but basically it just ends up being, you're just eating a chicken patty because, like, I don't know what it is about the grilled nuggets there. I don't know if it's the seasoning or what they put on it, but the grilled chicken breast is basically just some plain lightly seasoned chicken, and I like that more.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think it's anything. I just personal preference, right?
Right.
Maybe I just don't like flavor, and maybe that's it. I don't. I mean, I'm always kind of a bland taste, but, like, the only thing people want me to make is, like, Italian food because it's really kind of hard to screw that up because I'll throw a bunch of basil and oregano on it because, I mean, that's kind of what like, I do a baked ziti that people love. But I also throw a buttload of cheese on it.
You probably will put a buttload of cheese on anything.
Right. It makes it amazing. Like, I don't do the egg and all other crap. No.
Yeah.
I do, it's the pasta. My secret sauce is I do ricotta and mozzarella. But I do like a whole container of ricotta.
Okay.
And, like, one of, like, the silver pans.
Yeah.
Whole container of ricotta. I do the sliced mozzarella to put on top, but then I also do the shredded
inside.
I put it everywhere. Like, so this thing, it's like 90% cheese, 10% pasta, and people love it.
Yeah, I make mine similar, except I make my I make my own sauce. It's like but there's a lot of meat in the sauce I make, so there's meat in there too. But I stopped putting it in the oven, and I just serve it like right. So I don't do the cheese on top.
So,
because like I'd make it.
I make the pasta first.
Mm-hmm.
I boil it.
Okay.
And then I put it all together.
Yeah.
So I let the heat from the pasta melt all the cheese
and
stuff together.
Yeah.
But I do put it in the oven because I want to get a little bit brown on top.
Yeah, so I made it. That's how I always did it. And then I had, usually depending on how I do it, I'll have more pasta than will fit in like your standard, casserole dish. So there's the leftover pasta with the sauce and the ricotta and the mozzarella just sitting in the big pot. Mm-hmm. So my wife ate. She goes, "Wow, this is good." She goes, "You should just make it like this." So now I'll just make it, and I won't even bake it. Mm-hmm. It just goes like served in a bowl right out of the big. And I guess if you wanted to, you could throw mozzarella and microwave it, melt it. But
sure,
that's how she prefers it better. Another thing that I've tried doing, and it actually works. Substitute the ricotta for like whole milk cottage cheese. Mm. And the little curds melt throughout it, rather than getting mixed through the sauce, just kind of turning it into a pink sauce. It's. I'm
a sucker for ricotta, though.
No, I love it too,
and I just don't.
I'll eat it with a spoon.
I don't get it in a lot of things. Yeah. So like, if I have an opportunity to put it in something, I'm probably going to put it in.
In fact, I can. It's one of the things that, they get the part skim ricotta, and you can eat that as a snack on for soft foods. I was just eating it out of the container.
I will say, as a snack. Cottage cheese, highly underrated.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like the wife started getting the little cups of them. And I might have stole a couple.
Yeah.
It's like, where's my cottage cheese? Oh, I don't know.
One of the kids
must have ate it. The dog.
Yeah.
He got into it. So you telling me he opened the refrigerator and took out my cottage cheese and ate it? Must have happened.
Very smart dog.
Yeah, I mean, he was not licking the wall 5 minutes ago. He's super smart. But yeah, so it's been an interesting few months, I'd say. I'm stuck at a plateau.
Yeah, so I got in a plateau too, and I came in the plateau, and the doctor was like. I told him, and because it was right at my, I forget how far out I was when I had the appointment, but he goes, the doc said, stop weighing yourself every day. Mm-hmm. Like, just knock it off. You're going to drive yourself nuts because initially you nosedive weight-wise.
Right.
And then you level out. If you weigh yourself every day, you might have days where your weight actually goes up. And then you'll have, but the trend overall will be down. So just weigh yourself once a week to keep yourself on track. So my weigh-in day became Wednesday because that's the when I had the surgery was on a Wednesday. So I just made it Wednesday.
Sure.
So I took it, and sometimes I want to step on the scale, like something will feel extra loose. I'm like, oh, I want to weigh myself. Like, don't do it.
I do it every morning. I make sure I pee first, get all that extra, get that water out.
Yeah.
I've been literally hovering at 290, 291. Mm-hmm. I got to 290.1, and I'm like, tomorrow's the day. Here we go. 291. Like, fuck. God damn. And so, but it's been like that way for about 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, damn, I am stuck.
Yeah.
I know eventually it's going to go down.
Sure.
I'm not eating enough for it not to go down.
Yeah.
Probably eating some of the wrong foods, though, and I think that's part of it. I do think salt intake is probably having a big impact on it right now.
Yeah.
But eventually the body will let go of it. But I haven't been great with the carbs versus protein. Mm-hmm. So I think I need to recalibrate a little bit. Basically, it's like since the kids have been out of school, I've been having to adjust my plan. Mm-hmm. Where I felt like I was more disciplined when they were in school versus when they're out of school.
Yeah.
I was just more regimented as far as, okay, this is what I'm eating, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm eating. Mm-hmm. Now it's more like, okay, well, I got to get the kids lunch, or the wife's got to get the kids lunch. Oh, they're getting this. Do I want some of that? And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So I do have to get a little bit more back on track. The interesting thing is, though, I'm not jonesing for food.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's just when I am eating, it's like, okay, I'm having some potato chips, salt, right?
Yeah.
Cheez-Its, salt, because that's the snacks we have in the house. And instead of having just like a leftover hamburger, which is protein, I'm having the salty shit.
Right.
And the processed foods, right? And the worst part about it, well, maybe not the worst part, I'm finding out some of the stuff that I used to enjoy eating now makes me sick. So, like, I ate some Cool Ranch Doritos the other day. I felt nauseous.
Wow.
For probably 12 hours afterwards. And, for science, I did it again.
So, yeah, you have to verify.
Right. Or it's the fact I didn't learn from the first mistake. I did it again, same fucking outcome. Mm-hmm. And I made sure, so I was like, okay, I'm only going to eat this to see if this was it. It was it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, holy shit, like, is there something in Doritos now that makes me sick? Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, shit, I really like Doritos, but I don't like them enough to be nauseous. Mm-hmm. So they're still in the house, and I'm not going to be eating them.
Right.
Because I felt like absolute dog shit. So it's funny. So, like, now the stuff can be in the house, and I'm not going to touch it. Now, there's cookies in the house because we had a party. Leftover cookies. I'm eating the leftover cookies.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not being disciplined with that. But I'm also not eating 30 cookies. It's just 2 cookies.
Right.
But it's still cookies.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be eating the cookies because it's carbs and sugar. Mm-hmm. Versus if I would just stick to the protein, it'd be much better for me, right? So I need to work on what calories, not the number. The number is fine. Mm-hmm. It's the what.
Yeah.
And so I think once I kind of get through this adjustment period with the kids being out of school, and we're actually going on vacation and this and whatnot, so it should fix itself hopefully then, because the wife will make me eat better, mm-hmm. Or at least better foods, right?
Yeah.
And so I think on the vacation, and I know this is going to sound stupid because no one loses weight on vacation, but I think that's what's going to end up happening. And I won't wait. I'm not going to have a scale, so I'm not going to be able to weigh myself for a week. And
right.
So maybe when I get back, I'll have broken through the plateau. Mm-hmm. But for that's 60 pounds though, but that's over 2 years.
Yeah,
but it's still 60 pounds.
Yeah, no, it's still good. I one of the things I noticed, like, we had a baseball tournament a couple weeks ago, and we went to Texas Roadhouse. Mm. Well, Texas Roadhouse, as you know, has that delicious bread.
I like all bread.
So this bread, they bake the rolls right there, and then it comes out with that, like, cinnamon butter. Mm-hmm. Delicious. I ate none of it. Normally, my typical Texas Roadhouse routine would have been gorge myself on bread, appetizer, gotten like a 24-ounce porterhouse or something huge, destroyed that, 2 sides, one of which is going to be French fries, and then drank beer throughout it. We're probably talking a 5,000 calorie meal.
Sure.
I didn't eat any of the bread. I did eat peanuts though, but peanuts are protein, so I said okay. I didn't drink any beer. I just had water. Now, I'm with people that are doing all the things, mm-hmm. except I'm just not. For my meal, I don't really even like filet. I mean, it's a good cut of meat, but it doesn't taste like much.
It's not as much fat.
Yeah.
That's flavor.
So I got an 8-ounce filet, and one of the sides I got was some sort of vegetable, something, maybe spinach or asparagus, whatever it was. And then I got fries. Not that I was going to eat them. I gave them to the kids. Mm-hmm. So I ate the filet, and I was done. I just struggled to finish it. So, and then I had to sit back like, okay, that's it. There's nothing. If I drank water, it was coming up or was going out the back. It was one way or the other. So now when I go, I order sides that the kids like. Mm-hmm. What do you guys want? Macaroni and cheese, French fries. Okay, mac and cheese and French fries. I just give it to them because I'm not going to eat it.
Right.
We went out to after one of the other kids' tournaments. We stopped at this little place, Severna Park Tap House. Mm-hmm. Good spot.
It is. Outside school.
Yeah.
The Outback.
Yeah.
Not the Outback, but
the outside.
Outside. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's owned by a former NHL player.
Is it?
Yeah, Mark Tenorti.
Didn't know that.
He played for the Capitals. Yeah.
Good.
North Stars and he went to the Stanley Cup Finals twice with 2 teams. The North Stars lost to Pittsburgh. The Capitals lost to Detroit. That's when everyone was losing to Detroit.
Sure.
So, in any case, went there and normally I would get like the pretzel burger or something. Like, people told me their fajitas are really good. So I got fajitas. And it was piled. And it was the chicken, shrimp, steak. I get the combo. Yep. Piled with the fajita veggies and the meat. I ate maybe a third of it, and I took the rest home because I'm like, I can't finish it. So
secret item on that menu. Mm-hmm. When you can go back to eating spicy foods, mm-hmm. the buffalo cauliflower.
Oh yeah. So I have had some
solid.
So I have had some spicy foods. I put hot sauce on my eggs, and I've eaten buffalo wings. So
it's hard to do at home because if you over steam the cauliflower, it gets soggy. Right?
Yeah.
The way they do it,
they probably fry it,
and maybe they do.
Yeah.
But it's still a vegetable. Don't ruin the fun. Don't ruin the omelet.
But here's the thing:
the thought of it.
Frying isn't necessarily. Frying gets a bad rap because that's a lot of what we fry is also breaded.
Right.
So when it's breaded, the bread soaks up all. You can fry things; it doesn't soak the oil up.
So they're not breaded. It's,
Yeah.
It's just cut up cauliflower pieces, mm-hmm. and let's say they fry it and then they just toss it with buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to convince anyone it tastes like chicken because it doesn't. But buffalo sauce on fried cauliflower tastes really damn good.
Oh yeah, I might have to. I've been getting a lot of Brussels sprouts.
I do dig a Brussels sprouts.
I love Brussels sprouts.
I wonder what buffalo Brussels sprouts would taste like.
I mean, it's not hard to just any place that has fried Brussels sprouts, just be like, hey, can you spin those in your buffalo sauce?
See, when I make those vegetables, I steam them, so then they get a little. But like I like my Brussels sprouts a little soggy. Mm-hmm. Like not soggy, like I don't want them to melt.
Yeah.
But like I'm a little bit soggy, so I have to steam them, and then usually I drain the water, then I put a whole bunch of butter in the pan, mm-hmm. and now I'm pan frying them.
Yeah.
And they're delicious.
I just roast mine in the oven.
My wife does that.
So I spin them.
They end up dry. You got to give them some.
Not if you put enough olive oil on them.
I guess.
I do olive oil and onions.
Butter makes everything better.
No, butter does.
It's delicious. and it's keto approved.
Mm-hmm. But I still cook my eggs in butter. Like I'm not one of these people that's gonna spray Pam. Like I use a cast iron pan. I'm not putting Pam in that thing.
So we use cast iron, or if we have the nonstick. So instead of Pam, we switch to avocado oil.
Okay.
It comes in the spray, so it's just works the same as Pam, but you just spray avocado oil in it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really affect the taste as much as you think it would.
I should try, because an avocado oil has a very high flash point.
Yep.
So it doesn't.
It comes out really well.
Yeah.
We switched to avocado oil, I want to say about a year ago. Mm-hmm. And the spray kind though.
Yeah.
We had, don't worry, we have the olive oil too.
Yeah.
But
the olive oil is for the flavor.
If you have good olive oil.
Yeah.
Bad olive oil, it can turn on you.
Yeah. Well, also olive oil, if it gets too hot, it gets acrid or whatever. It's
found this out the hard way when we were making. This was years ago. Made popcorn for the kids. Mm-hmm. Didn't have any vegetable oil.
Use olive oil?
I used olive oil,
Ugh.
and it tasted like garbage. The kids were like, "Ooh, what is this?" I'm like, "It's popcorn. Taste. What do you think?" No, this is not what you make. Like I tasted it. I was like,
my wife's friend did that because I showed her how to make popcorn on the stove.
Yeah.
and she didn't have any, so she used olive oil. She's like, it wasn't as good as you made. I said, what did you use? Olive oil. I was like, that's why.
There is a difference. But you also don't want to use seed oils. So it's like, what kind of oil can you use to make the popcorn that isn't a seed oil?
Is coconut oil a seed oil?
No, but then it's going to taste like coconut.
No, it doesn't.
Really?
So you know when I do the movie nights?
Yeah.
The last time I just used the Orville Redenbacher's and then regular vegetable oil. But generally I was using, for the topping and to cook the popcorn in, I was using the hard coconut oil, like the paste.
Yeah.
And then I bought this, they do something to it so it stays liquid. And I was using that as a topping. That's the bomb popcorn. It doesn't taste like coconut at all.
Breaking news. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I heard it here first.
In fact, movie theaters used to use coconut oil to make, like way back in the day. Like old timey, like, nah, see? You know, like they're playing the piano and the guy's like, you know, Charlie Chaplin type stuff.
Someone get a bullet through their top hat.
Well, yeah.
Because it's a saloon.
Yeah. But then the seed oil industry wanted to take down their competitor, so they said coconut oil was bad for you.
Actually, coconut oil is very good for you because it's got MCTs.
Yeah.
MCTs help your metabolism.
They do. In fact, you ever have bulletproof coffee?
I have. I don't like the MCT oil in my coffee, though.
Yeah.
I don't know why, though.
You ever make coffee with butter?
I have. It grosses me out.
See, you gotta use the Ninja or the Blend Jet.
I guess. I'm just not that into it. Like, I don't want that much effort in my coffee. Like, I just want to pour it in, mix my creamer in.
I did it out of necessity because I was out of half and half. What do I do now?
I mean, I've gotten so lazy with the coffee. We've been buying, and I'll shout them out, the Stoke Cold Brew, because they had it at Costco. They had a 2-pack for $10. Now, normally it's like $6.50 a pop. So to get it for under $5 a pop. Actually, I think it was $8 for 2, so it's four each. We pick up like 6 at a time when we go to Costco, and it just sits in the fridge. And I'm like, what did we just buy this new coffee maker for? Don't get me wrong, it's one of those cheapy coffee makers, but it grinds the beans and then brews it for you.
Oh, cool!
But it was only like $60-$80.
Yeah.
Versus the $15 Mr. Coffee, that we had.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, we're gonna have fresh ground coffee every morning. And then the wife got on the iced coffee kick, and then she started buying all these cold brew, and then she landed on the Stoke Cold Brew. So that's what we've been drinking for like the last month or so. And she was like, when it gets colder, I'm going to go back to the hot coffee, right? I was like, I don't like change. So you're going to get me used to having this coffee, and then we're going to go back, and then it's going to get colder, and you're going to switch it up and start making coffee again. And then I'm going to have hot coffee? I don't know if we can live together.
That's it. It's been great.
Yeah. Why did you leave your wife? Well, she kept switching up my coffee, Your Honor. I can't have that. Yeah. Too many changes.
Yeah, I never got into the cold brew stuff because it's even it'll be 100 degrees outside, and I'll swing through the DD drive-through. Well, now I order a small coffee if I get one.
I like a nice coffee though.
Yeah, but I'll say.
But I don't like how they do it.
Yeah, say small coffee with cream, and they'll say hot coffee. Did I stutter?
No.
If I say coffee, it's implied hot.
Right.
Iced coffee's that's the exception.
Right.
But now people get these coffee drinks with 1,000-calorie coffee. Like, what do you just drink a milkshake?
Well, like if you go and order a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and you say cream and sugar. Dude, the amount of sugar in that thing. Oh. And the amount of cream in it. Like, if you look at it, it's practically white.
Yeah.
It's not even coffee colored anymore. And, someone said, a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, a large coffee from Dunkin' Donuts with cream and sugar was, 600 calories plus.
Yeah.
They said it's worse if you go to, Starbucks or any of those other places.
Because they just pump this liquid in there.
It's all liquid sugar. Yeah. And, I didn't realize that when you went and got coffee, it wasn't them putting sugar packets in or just doing scoops of sugar. No, it's the pumps. It's liquid sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup is what you're putting in your drink. Now, don't get me wrong, it's delicious. It's super delicious, especially the flavors. But the difference, so like now when I go get a coffee, like I normally will go, if I'm buying one, I'll go to like the local coffee place and I'll tell them I just want one pump of vanilla. Mm-hmm. And that's the only amount. So like it's really teeny tiny in the very bottom of it, but it's not 4 pumps of it.
Yeah.
That if you go to Dunkin' Donuts, it's 4, 5, 6 pumps of it.
Yep.
And then I do my own half and half. I always say just leave room for cream. I'll take care of it, and that's the way I do it. Mm-hmm. So now instead of a 600 calorie coffee, now we're closer to like 70.
Yeah.
Which is much more manageable.
Oh, yeah. Well, a tablespoon of half and half has 40 calories in it.
Right.
So most people are probably putting 2 to 4 in there, depending on how light they want it.
I do about, I'm right in the middle. I do about 3.
Yeah. So
I do like a light coffee.
Yeah. So you're looking at like 120 calories. I mean, it's really not in the greater scheme of things.
Yeah.
If you compare the caloric value of the cream versus the sugar. So
the cream, like you said, it's so. At least the Land O'Lakes half and half that I had, it was 70 calories for 2 tablespoons. Mm. So if I add a third, it's like roughly another 35. So about 130. Yeah. No, that's not right. It's 105 calories in cream. 1 pump of sugar, I think, is another 50. Mm-hmm. Or 1 pump of the liquid. Now, here's the thing, though. 9 times out of 10, I don't do the sugar.
Yeah.
I just do the cream.
Yeah, I don't put any sugar in it.
I do it once a week because I like it. Mm-hmm. But I do like it with just half and half, too.
Right.
So there's that. And then, and so there was, so just to recap, because we're about halfway through. You're down, I'm saying 69 because it's more fun.
Yeah, okay.
69 pounds. I'm down 60. Struggling right now. This is not my lowest weight since I've been married. I got married at 299.
Okay.
The wife and I went on Weight Watchers before the kids came around. I think I got down to 275. Mm-hmm. So I'm about 15 pounds from my lowest since I even met my wife. If I get down lower than that, then I'm talking college territory. Mm-hmm. So my next goal is the 275. But the real goal is 250. And then figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Do you have a goal in mind?
My initial goal is 295.
Okay. All right. I was like, yeah, you already hit that. But...
Yeah. Because that way my driver's license is no longer lying. And I think I'd like to land about 250. But I just want to see, I don't want to lose.
I don't think you can get to 250.
Yeah. I don't want to lose too much.
You're too tall and you're too broad-shouldered to get to 250.
Yeah. So
you got to go do the body composition scale.
Yeah,
you got to go do one of those.
Yeah.
Because I like if I'm at 200 bones, organs, muscle, you got to be sitting somewhere north of 240.
Right.
230, 240. So for you, 250, like 3% body fat.
Oh yeah.
Unless you plan on just jacking weights 10 to 18 hours a day and drinking 2 gallons of water.
No, I don't plan on doing that.
I don't think 250 is probably in your cards.
Yeah. Yeah, so, we'll see. But I don't want to get to the point where I'm losing too much lean mass. So
it's going to happen, though, and here's why. And you alluded to it earlier in the episode. When you're walking up and down stairs, your legs are used to pushing up.
Oh, yeah.
450.
Yep.
Well, it's not getting that 450 workout anymore.
Right.
So there will probably be some attrition in the muscles.
Sure.
However, I think in the beginning, I don't think you should even worry about that.
No, I'm not.
It's one of those things. Once you get down, then you can figure out how this composition's working out for you.
Yep.
And then figure it out from there.
Yeah. And I'm not really worried about, because the thing, I'm not playing sports anymore. I'm not, I'm not an MMA fight. Like, I'm not any of these things. So, if I, and the thing is, just being in caloric deficit, you're going to lose some lean mass. It happens. Mm-hmm. Given the choice, though, I'd rather lose fat than lean mass, of
naturally.
Course. So,
but I think naturally, though, because your body isn't supporting all the weight.
Well, it's
certain areas are going to lose muscle.
It's one of the problems with people that just do cardio is they get good at doing cardio, and they're so efficient at it. They start, they have to do so much more to get the same burn, if you will.
I'm surprised you didn't put different goals. So one of my initial goals was get under 3. And then after 3, now it's 275. Then it's going to be 250.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, having those intermediate goals kind of just, it kind of gives you something to hit to kind of feel good about.
Yeah.
So when you said, when you went all the way down there to that, no, I was surprised you went that far.
Oh, that's like my, because I don't know how far this is going to, I have no idea where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
I'm not paying attention to those stupid charts either.
No, they're fucked up.
If you ever want to get a laugh, look up some of the best elite athletes in the world and compare their weight to the weight on the chart. So, NHL all-time leading goal scorer Alex Ovechkin, according to the chart, is morbidly obese.
Right.
Which is nonsense. Now, Alex does pack on some pounds in the off-season.
Sure. 12-ounce curls.
Yeah. But you see a lot of these dudes, and some of these dumb doctors just go by the stupid chart without actually looking at the person. One of my friends, well, I guess she's my friend too. She's in really good shape, but she's muscular, and her stupid doctor was like, "Yeah, I'm looking at your weight here, and you're starting to get to obese." And she's like, "What?" This chick's jacked,
right.
Definition, and I was like, "Did you laugh?" But then she was feeling self-conscious about it. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
I do feel and so my wife went to the doctor that I've been going to for weight loss and other things, right? He's not a holistic doctor; he's an MD.
Yeah,
he looks at everything.
Mm-hmm. Probably does the way it's supposed to be done.
Does more treatment with vitamins than drugs.
Yeah,
right. Now, don't get me wrong; he's got us both on drugs. So, but he tries to fix the vitamin deficiencies first, which I think is great.
Yeah.
He's not a doctor that goes by the chart.
Yeah.
He's the one that did the body composition scale with me to find out. Because if we didn't do that and we just went by the chart, I'd have to lose 30 pounds of muscle and be 0% body fat.
Right.
To get to the number on the thing.
Right. You're now a Holocaust victim. Why would you want to get to that point?
Right. And so there's that. But the other doctor I go to, that was my primary, goes by the chart. And it's just two different ways of seeing the patient, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I think too many doctors look at you as just, what's your complaint? Let me throw pills at it.
Right.
Rather than looking at the entire system and seeing what's wrong. And if your vitamins are imbalanced and all kinds of stuff is whack, well, maybe we should fix that first. Think of it like an engine. Maybe the timing's off. Maybe it, any number of things that can be wrong with the engine. Let's fix all those. Where the traditional medicine looks at it well, let's just dump some freaking STP in the tank and see what that happens. Oh, it didn't fix the timing issue? Okay, well, let's wait for the engine to fail, then we'll rip it out. So, which I think is funny, they wouldn't give you a Ozempic, but they paid for the surgery. So
we're paying for a tirzepatide.
Yeah.
But we're paying out of pocket through direct to the manufacturer.
Yeah.
Our insurance doesn't cover it, which it's the same thing. It's you're not going to pay for the drugs to help make you thinner. You're not going to pay for but you'll pay for the surgery, which costs you $35,000.
Yeah.
Versus a couple grand.
Yeah.
To do the shots. If it does the same thing, and I don't know, whatever. Right? We've hit on that multiple times.
Oh, sure. If you couldn't tell,
yeah,
they're not sponsoring our show.
No.
But if they were to sponsor our show, I'd be brought to you by Pfizer.
That's right. They're the best people on earth, and they care about you. They like you as an individual. They're definitely not trying to kill you. Do we have anything more with weight loss, or should we move on?
No, I think you had an update with the. You kind of left me on a cliffhanger there.
I did. I was a horrible, horrible human being. So the Yukon went back into the shop. Everything has been fine with it. The main thing was when I was on the highway going about 70, 75. If I let off the accelerator and let it coast, I would hear doo, 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 doo. It was something very rotational, right?
Yeah. My thought was hub bearings.
Right. And so we did the front hub bearings.
Mm-hmm.
The rears are different on that thing. But we did the front hub bearings, didn't change it. I needed a new front driver's side axle because the boot was torn.
Yeah.
It was torn. I mean, it was like half of it was gone.
Yeah.
So we replaced that. And we did new brake pads and rotors all around. Didn't change it. Stuff needed to be done anyway, so whatever. Took it to a GM specialist. He looked at it, he drove it, he heard it. Like he agreed that the noise was there, and he thinks it was coming from the rear, just like the other shop did. Mm-hmm. And let me kind of backtrack a little bit. I took it back to the transmission shop first because I wanted to make sure everything was bolted on right. Yeah. Everything was done. Is it in the transmission? If it is, okay, let's get the warranty work done.
Yeah.
I want to make sure the U-joints were good. The transaxle was put back correctly. Everything came back fine. They said, the only thing they said was it looked like my right front caliper was stuck. And this was after we did the brake job. Mm-hmm. And there seemed to be a leak from the front pinion seal. But that shouldn't be about that. That wouldn't be the noise because we just changed the front diff and the rear diff fluids. Mm-hmm. We checked for metal, nothing. It doesn't sound like a diff crunching, or it doesn't sound like a loud whine. None of that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So back to the GM specialist. He gets it on the lift. He takes it for a drive, checks it out, says, "Yep, there's something going on here." Puts it on a lift, tugging, pulling, everything. Can't figure out where the noise was coming from. He's like, it's definitely rotational. It sounds like it's resonating into the truck. And he's like, I hate to say it, but I think it might be the air ride. Mm-hmm. I'm like, shit, because one air suspension for each side, I think it was like $600 to replace it. Or you can do the coilover replacement for like $750 and replace all of it with the labor.
Yeah.
He's like, I think it might be that. He goes, I have another option. He goes, my buddy's got a dyno. I can have him, we can put it up on the dyno. I can have him in there, make it do the noise, and I can go in with a stethoscope and try and find this thing. And so they did. Mm-hmm. He goes, and so after that, he called me up. He goes, I don't think it's your suspension. Mm-hmm. He goes, to be honest, he goes, I checked your tires. He goes, one of your tires only had 26 pounds of pressure in it rather than like 38. Mm-hmm. He goes, so you're losing pressure out of that rear tire. And he said, the other problem is your tires are 8 years old. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So they were tires from 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So maybe they were 7 years old. No, that's 8 years old.
Depending on when.
Right. He goes, if I had to guess, he goes, there's something wrong with one of your wheels and your tires need to be replaced. He goes, I think that's probably, I don't want to just change out your suspension if it's working fine.
Yeah.
He goes, there's no leak. He goes, I don't hear anything. And I said, and then the only other thing I had asked him to check was the spare tire oil. I was like, that thing probably has never been lowered because it's up underneath.
Yeah.
On that cable. Right. It's never been lowered. Maybe that's resonant. He goes, I checked, I pushed, I pulled, nothing. I don't see anything there. He did say the front caliper was sticking. So then we did front calipers and brake pad. And we literally redid the brake job.
Yeah.
but the noise is still there. Mm-hmm. So now, and I was already looking at wheel and tire packages anyway.
Yeah.
Like but now I'm going to buy used because I'm cheap, and I could be buying someone else's tire problems and wheel problems, right? But this may now be the time for me to put 22s on the Yukon. Now, here's my other dilemma. I was thinking 20s the entire time. Mm-hmm. And go with a 55 or 60 aspect, sidewall aspect. So right now it's a 70, right? Mm-hmm. So 55 or 60, I still keep the soft cushiony kind of ride if I go with 20s. Won't be too much bigger filling out the wheel well, though.
Yeah. Well, in the rear, those trucks have a huge gap between the fender and the top of the tire anyway.
Yeah. Or I can go with 22s and go with the 45 or the 50-inch aspect. Mm-hmm. 45, I think, would be a little rough. I think it would be a little bit of a harsh ride. Like, the wife's car's got the 45 because she's got 20s on her Ford Edge, 2013 Ford Edge Limited.
Yeah.
Which it came to factory that way. And it's a little bit noisy. Not super rough, it's just noisier. Mm-hmm. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find 22-inch rims because I do like the 22s better than the 20s. But I'm going to find the 275 50 R22s, not the 45s. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to go that way. So I'm basically now starting the exterior transition of the car. So the interior I think is fine. I'm good with it. I may try. I do think I don't know if I set up the stereo properly, so I gotta have someone look at that. Like, I don't want to change the components, but I think maybe I don't know if I have the gain too high or whatever. And I think I might have done 4 ohm speakers rather than 2 ohm, which is what the thing came with. Anyway, I gotta sort that out. But the main thing is to get this noise sorted out, because once it's done, then it should be solid. Now, I know I've said that once. I said once the transmission was done, it was going to be solid. But I don't think it's mechanical, though. I do think if it's what the mechanic says, it's probably the tires. And I was going to swap those out anyway.
Yeah.
I'd still be into this. I'd be into this thing for $15,500 total. But I got to put, if I do the wheels and tires now, it's adding money.
Yeah.
But 3 years, $16,000. It's still cheaper than car payments.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
And I still have the car that I can eventually sell if I want to.
Right.
So there's that. So I'll have an update on that probably in like 2 months, because I'm like, I got stuff going on. I'll probably do it maybe late July, early August. Mm-hmm. I got to find the set I want first. And I'm not paying full price. I'm not paying $2,000 for someone's takeoffs. Fuck that shit. So I'm not doing that. But you can probably get wheels and tires from someone reasonable for probably closer to like, I've seen them for like $700, but the tires are kind of gone. But I've also seen them for like $1,200, and that's with the wheels and tires and everything. Tires are expensive as fuck.
I hate buying tires. I hate it.
I have to buy tires for the wife's car because those are done.
Yeah.
So then moving on to the wife's car, I'm doing the Sync 2 to Sync 3 upgrade in her car.
Okay.
I bought, and so if people that don't know, the 2013 Ford Edge came with the Sync 2 system, which was the 4-square system. It had the 4-square, the Touch by 4 Touch.
Yeah.
And then the Sync 3 was like the bluish grayish version, but it had Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Mm-hmm. Well, the Sync 2 system did not. There's no option for that, and you can't just upgrade it. You can't, because I guess apparently the screens were different. It was capacitive versus resistive touch. But you can put a Sync 3 system in the Ford Edge, but you have to replace the screen and the back part of it. There's a few companies that do this. You give them your VIN, they program it all for you, and then all you have to do is take the old one out, put the new one in, and now you have Sync 3. Mm-hmm. And you can make it wireless if you want by putting in one of those little wireless adapters into the USB port. So that's what I'm going to do. This thing was $750 though. It was not cheap. Came from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Right. Beat the tariffs. I mean, if there were tariffs, I didn't see them.
Yeah.
But her car, there's nothing wrong with it. And so we haven't put any maintenance in that thing since the payments dropped off last year, and we've done no work other than oil changes on it. So I got to put new tires on it. That's going to cost me about $1,000 because I'm not going to use tires for my wife's car. I'll go. Actually, it's going to be $812.
Yeah.
At Costco. That's where I'm going to do her tires. The big debate, and I'm going to get it clean, professionally cleaned, get all the, get it nice, get the seats done well. I might even get like someone to kind of redo some of the leather a little bit, little stuff. The big project I have that I don't know if I should do or not. So we've talked about this before on the 3.5 liter, I think it's the Duratec engine or whatever the fuck it's called, from Ford. The water pumps are internal to the engine. They're not on the outside. You can't just do a quick swap. It's actually it's a gasket on the inside of the engine.
Why they did? I can't figure this out.
Horrible design. Horrible design. And it is a major failure point on these cars. And they usually say at about 120,000 miles is when they usually go. Some people say they never go. My thing is, because we were looking at, and this is how it kind of started, was I called the mechanic and it was the service is $2,200.
Is it an engine out job?
No, but you have to take the front of the engine off. They do it while it's in there.
Yeah.
Now, it's not just the water pump gasket. They do spark plugs, wires. Like they do a complete tune-up on it. Because while you have the engine taken off, or while you have the front of the engine off.
Chains or belts too?
And yeah, everything. Like it's almost a complete overhaul of the engine. Other than going into the head, right? So it's not just the water pump. Like normally, I know with Hondas at 105,000 miles, you're supposed to do the water pump, serpentine belts, and that's from this mechanic. It's usually, I think it's about a $1,200 job, right? I knew when we bought this car a long time ago that was going to be a bitch of a water pump job in the Ford Edge. Back then, though, it was like a $1,300 to $1,500 job. Well, that was 5 years ago.
That was before Biden inflation.
Correct. The world changed. So yes, $2,200 is a lot of money for a 12-year-old car. I understand that. But the car's been really good to us. We really haven't had any issues with it. It's still in good shape. I mean, it doesn't have a whole bunch of paint issues. Yeah. It's been perfectly fine. Everything still works on it. So with the tires, I'm probably looking at close to that would be about $3,000. And then if I do a brake job, it's about $400 an axle if I don't do it myself, which I probably won't. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
So I'm probably looking at about $3,800 to do a complete refresh of this car. But then I'm thinking, if I wanted a new midsize SUV, let's say I wanted a RAV4, roughly the same size, I'm looking at $40,000.
Yeah.
$40,000 over 5 years, it's 6.5%, 7% interest. That payment is like $600-700 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 5 months, 6 months of payments. Because 7 times 5 is $3,500. So for 5 months worth of payments, I'm basically doing maintenance on a car that, I mean, if I trade that car in, I did the Carvana thing, $3,500. That's what they're going to give me for the whole car. Okay. So for $3,500, I can refresh the thing and probably get it to go another 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
Because that's the only point of failure on that thing is that water pump in that engine. If the water pump goes and you don't pull over right away, it grenades the whole thing. So if I take care of it preemptively, and the funny thing is, like I talked to the mechanic who's probably going to do the job. He's like, nah, you shouldn't do it. Just wait for it to go, pull over, have it towed here, and we'll do it then. But then another mechanic buddy of mine was like, is it going to give you peace of mind to do it now? If you can put the money in, like you're not making car payments.
Yeah.
Because what if the car grenades?
Then you're making car payments again.
Correct. Because you're not going to be able to have, because if the engine grenades because of the water pump, you don't have the car. You're going to get $200 for it, and you're going to have to make monthly payments.
Yeah.
He goes, look, if you want to make monthly payments, go ahead. But if you don't, why not use the car that works for you? And that was a very good point.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I only got another year out of it, again, we're talking 5 months of payments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then don't get me wrong. I mean, there's got to have to be a point where I say, okay, a new car that doesn't give me that doesn't make me have to be doing all these things to it. Because I got to imagine at some point some bushings are going to go on this thing.
Sure.
You know, but it's like, all right, when is that time? And so we looked at cars. We did. Used car prices are fucking stupid right now. I mean, I can go up to like a 2017 Ford Explorer. Mm-hmm. They want like $24,000 for it if you go under 100,000 miles. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not going to go over it, like the thing I got is only got 111,000 miles.
Yep.
Like my wife's Edge's got 111,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I buy something newer that has the same amount of miles on it with the same engine that probably still needs that water pump done?
Yeah.
You know, or I could go with a different brand. I get that. But, I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to get rid of that car for over a $3,500 maintenance bill.
Sure.
We looked at a Hyundai Palisade, $55,000. I mean, you can get one for 48, but it won't. Again, it doesn't have all the options that my wife's car currently does.
Yeah.
You know, like that thing was. I mean, it was a 2013 Ford Edge Limited. It was fully loaded. Mm-hmm. I mean, it had the panoramic sunroof with the sunroof that moves. It had, you know, the memory seats, the heated seats, the Sony sound system, which I think sounds great in it. Mm-hmm. It basically has all the. I mean, now the Kias have like, when you flip the when you hit the turn signal, there's a camera that comes up in the gauge cluster. That's awesome. My wife can look.
Yeah, I
mean, it's cool, but is it an $800 or $700 a month payment cool?
Yeah, no. It's going to be cool for the first couple times, and then that's the thing. I maybe I spend too much time watching these mechanics on Instagram, like Car Wizard and
Sam Crack. You watch him?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them that I watch, and they're all just talking about how the new cars are all junk, and I'm like looking for like, I'm gonna go with Car Wizard and get a Buick LeSabre. Yeah, you know, it's gonna run forever. Like when you start talking about cars, because I've done, heard some things about the Ford EcoBoost engines and how they're turning out to be crap. Well, I currently own a car with a Ford EcoBoost engine. And I'm thinking, okay, what are we going to get to replace that car? Because I'm not putting a new engine in it.
Right.
Just not doing it.
And for people that don't know, the head gaskets go in them.
Yeah.
Catastrophic failure in those engines. And there's a guy, I don't know what the actual channel is, but it's like Royalty Auto. I think.
Yes.
And his name is the guy's
Sherwood.
Sherwood. Yeah. He's got the gray hair.
That's where I saw the thing about the
EcoBoost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I saw it too.
And I'm like, okay, so when it goes, what are we getting? So like I just pull it up. I'm like, what would my wife like to drive? How about an ES?
How about a Lincoln Town Car?
Yeah, she's not going to want to drive that.
I'll tell you what, those Lincoln ESs, you can get them with 120-something thousand miles on it. And look at Scotty Kilmer's channel if you want to know how long one of those things can last. Yeah. He's got a Lexus ES 330. Okay. That was before the 350 came out.
Yeah.
The only thing, and look, you and I probably wouldn't want to drive it. And this is why. I drove one time. When you go and take right and left turns, like even like from a stoplight, it's got some body roll, right? And the seats don't really hold you in. Your wife, on the other hand, ain't going to give two shits about that.
No.
It's comfortable. It's super quiet.
Yep.
You can get it with nav. In fact, you can even upgrade those old Lexus nav systems with Android Auto and CarPlay. Yeah. So here's the thing. If you could pick one of those up for like $8,000 with 120,000 miles on it, or even let's say $12,000 with 120,000 miles on it, and you can update everything else with Android Auto and CarPlay for another $1,000 maybe.
Yep.
Okay, so you're into that thing for maybe $13,000, and it's going to be super nice.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I just entered into Auto Trader. Now this is a dealer.
Sure.
But it's a 2013 GS. Actually, it's a GS.
Jeez.
So that's a little sportier. GS with 350 with all-wheel drive,
Mm-hmm.
Premium package, 127,000 miles on it for 14. And I know I could go private and get it for less.
Well, and the 13 was the newer body style.
Yeah.
It was the newer interior. You can go a little bit older. And so the LS is another one. And I've been looking at like the 09 to 2010 LSs. Those are right around 11.
Yeah.
With 120, 130,000 miles on them.
And so because I'm just thinking about because it would be for her. So like,
Dude, she would love the ES.
Yeah.
And the ES you can get cheaper than the GS.
Yeah, and then she'd probably like an RX too, because those things run forever.
The only thing I didn't like about the RX, and I don't know why, and people have said this is a thing with RXs, they squeak and rattle a little bit as they get older, whereas the ES doesn't have that problem.
Yeah.
But you're right though. If she wanted an SUV instead of a car,
Yeah.
get a 2012, 13, 14 RX.
Yep.
It'll run forever.
Oh yeah, it's a Toyota.
And it was funny. There was a period when the Highlander, it felt cheap and plasticky. And I think it was like the 08 to 2012, 2013.
Like the boxy one.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It was very chintzy on the inside, in the interior. I remember I test drove one, and I was like, this feels really cheap. Don't get me wrong, it would run forever, right? But it just felt cheap. The Lexus does not.
Yeah.
But it's two different size vehicles.
Yeah.
And good luck trying to get a GX or an LS. You're going to pay through the nose for them.
Oh sure.
But dude, those RXs, one, there's so many of them.
Oh yeah.
Parts are plentiful.
Yep.
If anything breaks, because most times it's not going. It's got that 3.5 liter Toyota engine that's never going to die.
That's why my Sienna is never going anywhere.
Correct. And that's never going to die.
Yeah.
The funny thing, the best thing you can do for that car, and it's going to make it feel brand new, is if you literally get it professionally detailed.
Yeah.
Spend like $350, have a dude come out, use the little brush thing, which by the way, that's been my new like time suck, is watching these dudes like detail cars. Like I don't know why I get into this shit, but like I see them using the brush to get into the nooks and crannies. Like, ooh, I would like.
And then they use like drills with brushes on them.
Yes.
And put soap in cleaning the carpets out.
Very satisfying.
I'm actually doing the brakes because I have to put rear brakes on the Sienna.
I remember when you put the brakes on it the last time in your driveway.
Yeah.
I sat there and watched you do it.
It's easy. I gotta do the rears this time. And like, I knew they were going. They were making noise. And then I started grinding, and I'm like, I'm going to do everything anyway, so I don't just grind away, And I'm doing that this weekend, but the rotors are like $80 a piece. The pads are, I think when I price it out, because I go to AutoZone and
if you get the whole 4-wheel package though, I think you can get them for like $240 for everything.
I might do that.
It might be more expensive now though. Don't get me wrong, but
still I'm gonna put new pads and rotors on the back for $200 maybe. It's gonna be it's quick, but I think I'm gonna actually go buy a torque wrench and torque everything to spec, and then put then it'll stop doing it. And now I think the rotors need to be turned on the front, so I might take them to the place, like just lift the car up, pop them off.
But for the time and the hassle,
if I'm going to pop them off, I might just put new ones on it.
Right.
So
if you're not doing the pads, the rotor's like a 10-minute job.
Yeah. Well, but see, the thing is, if you're going to do the rotors, you might as well just throw new pads on it, because you got to take them off anyway.
If you can get the whole set, front and rear, for $240, you might as well just do that.
Yeah.
It's not even that much time.
No, the worst part is just lifting it up.
I got one of those like Pro Jacks.
Do you? Because I have one that's small.
If you bring it, we could probably just do it in the street.
Yeah.
We'll just have to like turn the car around so we're not on the roadside.
Yeah.
Like my driveway's too slanted to kind of.
I do it in my driveway.
I wonder.
A lot of times I just leave it up on the jack. I don't even.
Yeah, I think I have jack stands too.
I do.
And chocks and all that fun stuff. All the safety equipment that I would never use.
When I do the rear, because that's where the parking brake is, I generally, if I do the fronts, I just set the parking brake in the back.
Yeah.
But I even have the caliper retraction tool.
Yep.
You know, and Toyota doesn't have the stupid the ratcheting one like Ford uses.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's my Friday project. So
we'll have to do an update because I'm sure. I mean, at this point, people are probably invested in the Yukon after.
Yeah.
I think I got it after year 1 of the show, so we're almost 3 years into this Yukon experiment. And luckily, I mean, it's still. I mean, it drives really nice without that. I mean, I don't. Yeah, but there's a.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded like a flat tire, but it wasn't flat.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that's what it is. But I don't want to put 17-inch tire, or I don't want to put tires on a 17-inch rim if I'm not going to keep the 17-inch rim.
No, it's stupid.
Not even like a used one.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if I don't know which one it is. I'm just going to replace all of them. And I'll replace them with the wheels too. So if you have any questions, comments, no concerns. We're not dealing with concerns.
Nope.
or if you think the third mechanic to look at this thing doesn't know what they're talking about, shoot us a message, make a comment, do whatever you need to do. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. I want to thank Adam Chubbuck with TACMD.com. That's TACMD.com. If you need a real estate agent or anything real estate associated, please give him a call. And we will see you next week.